Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading. Somebody explain to me what just happened in the stock market. I don't even know where to start, but we're going to do our best at trying to, figure out using technicals why we bounced where we bounced today. Because I'm sure that some of you are asking yourselves, how in the world did what we just see in the stock market happen? Well, dip buying is a real thing. And not only just the dip buying that we've seen on 3% pullbacks to a max of 5-6% pullbacks. This, and I'm going to show you in a second, bounced off of a very specific area. So what a day is all I got to say. That was insane. Haven't seen a day like that in a long time. Look at that candlestick on the daily chart for the S&P 500 futures. Absolutely insane. Insane. So we came all the way down. Let me get this right. The low is 4572. So 4572 is the low. And we ended up closing at 4663. Just unbelievable. What a recovery we saw today. So the ES, which is something that I trade pretty often, this is the S&P 500 futures, the ES. So what we also have to keep in mind is, what did the NASDAQ do? Because the NASDAQ, NDX is the NASDAQ 100. This is the index that's been really pulling the market down. This actually finished up green for the day. This was down just an enormous amount. Look at this low here at 15,158, and it closed at 15,614. That's over 400 points off of the low. Unbelievable. So why did the NASDAQ bounce where it bounced? And if we looked at the Qs, why did the Qs bounce where it bounced? Because I think that this is very important. This is a trading range. I mean, going back, I got to extend this. Going back after COVID, it's been a very consistent trend line. So when this trend line broke today, the break was so massive. To close over that trend line is unbelievable. To get all the way back over this trend line, unbelievable. Look at all that volume. So this was something really incredible today. If we take a look at the low here and we go up to all-time highs, up here at 40871, that's just about a 10% correction. A lot of times you will see a bounce at that 10% mark. Is this the correction that we've been waiting for? Only time is going to tell. But I do know that when you see a bounce that strong on that much buying pressure happen in the day, I mean, just massive amount of buying all the way into the close. Will it continue tomorrow? Maybe, I don't know. But that is really, really impressive, to say the least. So if we look at this on the daily chart, once again, we closed over this trend line, and we are just about at previous lows here that were made December 20th. December 20th, we closed around 380, around the same place we are here. We closed around 380.81. Today we closed at 380.08. That is an enormous rebound. When we were down to 369 to close at 380 on the Qs, that's pretty cool. So where do we go from here? That's a great question. So if we take a look, now all I can do is look at previous patterns. If we take a look at the beginning of the year, so this is 2021 right here, you have a very similar candle that bounced off of this trend line. I'm just going to back it up so you guys can see. Very similar, right off of the trend line. But the very next trading day was a huge down day to almost the low that we made during this day in March. And then it started to rebound. Took a long time, came back to the trend line, but then eventually made, new highs. So, is this candlestick similar to this one where we saw a bounce at these levels? It's possible. If we take a look, let's see how much it was down here in March. From its high was about 12%. So that bottom trend line, that really shows a lot. That shows a lot. That's a pretty good trading range. And something so bullish like the NASDAQ, let's see. Let's see if this was the 10% pullback that we were all expecting, or if we see further weakness. If we see further weakness the next couple of days, then we're looking obviously at a much bigger correction. But the NASDAQ has been selling off basically since November. So since November, portfolios have been selling a lot of these high tech, high valuation names, and we may have seen the bottom for now. So keep that in mind. That was some recovery we saw today. Very cool. If you got in on buying the dip, leave that comment down below, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. Take care, guys.